The Starweaver's Apprentice, Chapter 1, the old woman cackled, her eyes gleaming with amusement. So, you think you can be a Starweaver, little one? Do you really think you have what it takes to wield the stars themselves? I swallowed, my throat dry. This was it. The moment I'd been training for my entire life, but I could feel the doubt creeping in. Did I really have what it took? I looked up at the night sky, a tapestry of twinkling stars. Each one a potential weapon, a tool to be wielded by those who understood their power. For generations, my family had served the Starweavers, powerful sorcerers who harnessed the very essence of the cosmos. And now, it was my turn to prove myself worthy of the ancient magic that flowed through my veins. With a deep breath, I reached out, my fingers tracing the constellations. Feeling the energy of the universe surge through me, it was time to embrace my destiny to become the Starweaver's apprentice. Chapter 2. The celestial fire crackled between my fingertips, and I gasped as the flames danced in the night sky. It was beautiful, terrifying, exhilarating. I felt like I was reaching for the stars themselves, pulling their fiery essence into my hands. My mentor, the Starweaver Master Elias, watched me with keen eyes. His gaze was sharp, assessing, and I knew he was waiting for me to make a move. Suddenly, a dark shape emerged from the shadows, its eyes glowing with malice. A void creature, its very essence antithetical to the celestial fire I wielded. Without hesitation, I threw the flaming orb, and it exploded in a shower of sparks. The void creature screeched, its form flickering as if a candle flame blown by the wind. But it recovered quickly, and with a snarl, it lunged towards me. Adrenaline surged through me, and I dodged, weaving through the creature's snapping jaws. I knew this dance well. It was one I'd practiced countless times in my simulations, but there was a difference now. This was real, and as I dodged and weaved, I felt the heat of the creature's breath on my skin, smelled the sulphurous reek of its fearsome maw. I had to end this, and soon, with a burst of speed, I closed the distance between us, and for a moment, our eyes met. In its gaze, I saw a fleeting image of a human city, burning and dying. And then it vanished. Chapter 3. My heart pounded against my ribs, a frantic drum solo, in the orchestra of my fear. I stumbled back, my hand instinctively reaching for the hilt of my sword. But it wasn't the creature's ferocity that made me recoil. It was the haunting image I'd seen in its eyes, the memory of innocent lives lost to the creature's insatiable hunger. I'd faced many simulations before, but none had prepared me for the raw, primal terror that emanated from this being. Its claws raked across my arm, leaving deep, searing wounds that burned like molten lava. But the pain was overshadowed by a surge of determination. This wasn't just a simulation. These were real wounds, a testament to the creature's raw, untamed power. But they were also a reminder of the stakes. I wasn't fighting for points or grades. I was fighting for my life, for the safety of everyone I cared about. And in that moment, something inside me snapped. The fear didn't vanish, but it took on a different quality, sharper, more focused. It was no longer a paralyzing dread, but a fuel, a catalyst that ignited the latent power within me. Chapter 4. I stood in the heart of the training grounds, the echoes of battle still ringing in my ears. Around me, the other apprentices had gathered, their faces a mixture of awe and apprehension. The headmaster approached, his gaze grave. "Your test is over," he said, his voice echoing with the weight of ages. The oracle has spoken. My heart hammered against my ribs. A trapped bird, desperate to escape its cage. What had the oracle seen? Had I passed? The apprentices exchanged glances, their whispers like shards of glass, cutting into my already frayed nerves. "The Starweaver sees a storm," one whispered. His voice hushed, but filled with awe. "A storm of what?" Another apprentice pressed, his face pale. But before any more whispers could be exchanged, the headmaster raised his hand, silencing them. He turned back to me, his gaze intense. "The Starweaver sees a storm of immense power, a maelstrom of celestial energy unlike anything we've seen before." He paused, letting the weight of his words settle upon us. "Such power is rare, even among the... You are unique, child. And with that uniqueness comes great responsibility." My mind reeled, struggling to comprehend the headmaster's words. What did he mean? What had the oracle seen in me? Was I truly capable of wielding such power? Chapter 5. The library's ancient halls echoed with the whisper of turning pages, each rustle a secret shared only between the books and me. I delved deeper into the labyrinthine shelves, searching for any mention of the oracle's prophecy, my fingers trailing along the worn spines, as if they held the answers I sought. But the more I learned about the Starweavers, their powers, and their history, the more I realized how little I truly understood. I stumbled upon an ancient text, its leather cover adorned with arcane symbols that hummed with latent power. As I opened it, the musty scent of aged parchment filled my nostrils, transporting me back to countless generations when the Starweavers first began to harness the cosmos' power. The text spoke of celestial beings known as the oracles, whose connection to the universe allowed them to peer into the very essence of existence. They were said to possess the ability to foresee potential futures, to glimpse at the paths that lay ahead, and to read the destinies of individuals. According to the text, these oracles weren't merely fortune tellers, but cosmic guides, seers who could illuminate the grand tapestry of existence, revealing hidden threads of fate. Their prophecies were cryptic, enigmatic, designed not to predict outcomes, but to offer glimpses of possibilities, of the potential consequences of actions and decisions. The text hinted that the oracle's pronouncements were shaped by the free will of those involved, serving as both a warning and a call to action. Epilogue. The weight of the oracle's prophecy pressed down on me, a constant companion that colored every waking moment. Yet amidst the uncertainty, a new resolve took root within me. I would not let fear dictate my path, nor would I shy away from the challenges that lay ahead. Instead, I embraced them, honing my skills, strengthening my resolve, and deepening my understanding of the Starweaver's arts. Guided by the wisdom of my mentors, and driven by the whispers of the cosmos, I walked the path set before me, ready to face whatever trials awaited. The journey was arduous, fraught with perils both external and internal. But with each step, I grew not only in power, but also in wisdom and self. The oracle had indeed spoken of a storm, a maelstrom of celestial energy. But now I realized that it wasn't just a prophecy. It was a reflection of the journey I was on. A journey that would ultimately determine not just my fate, but the fate of the world itself.